Hi, we are going to talk today about osmoregulation and then eventually get into talking about excretion, which includes the kidney of the human. So let's first talk about osmoregulation. Basically, I just want to remind you that osmoregulation has to do with the way that osmosis is happening and solute concentrations on various sides of the body, that is inside the body versus outside the body. Of course, we are again talking about multicellular organisms, but just to go over some of the things that you already know about osmosis, remembering that solutes of high concentration make a solution hypertonic, and water tends to move from another area that has less solute concentration into that place. So, for example, if an organism is living in a freshwater environment, what is likely to happen is that the water will move into that organism. Or likewise, if it's in a saltwater environment, the water is likely to move out. So that's just kind of an overview or a reminder of osmosis. Remember also that some of the ways that things can get in and out of cells that we talked about in Core 1, things like facilitated diffusion, that is, solutes can move across the membrane from high concentration to low. But if a solute of some sort is inside of a cell or moves inside of a cell, and the cell does not want it, it will have to actively pump that out. So that takes some energy. So that's part of the requirements of organisms. So there's two basic types of osmoregulators. There's what they call osmoconformers, and conformers usually live in isotonic situations. Basically, this is marine. That is marine, not salt marsh, but just open ocean, where the solute concentration is roughly the same as inside the organism. So osmoconformity is something that takes a little less energy because mostly they're not having to move solutes in and out of cells to keep their osmoregularity, and they pretty much stay in homeostasis in terms of water. Osmoregulators, on the other hand, will live in either marine environments that are very salty, like a salt marsh or something, or they will live in other situations that dry them out, like terrestrial ecosystems, or water that is temporary, something like that, where they're dried out for some of the time. And then the other situation is fresh water, where the water outside the organism is less solute concentration than the organism's osmolarity. All right, so I'm gonna switch the video to the other way.